Okay. All right, so we're gonna get started. She'll probably be a little bit late, maybe, depending on traffic.
You don't have the air conditioning down in school, do you?
I can make it colder. It's 73. Are you, do you want me to make it colder?
A little bit.
Okay, hold on a second.
This old lady sweats.
Hold on, Susan.
Wait, while she was talking. You know.
Colder. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get started. We're gonna do some balancing tonight, so we'll be up and down just a little bit. We're gonna start on our chair. Make sure your feet are hip width apart, flat on the ground. If you need to, scoot forward in your seat. Sit up nice and tall so that your spine is straight. Just bring your hands to your lap, and close your eyes. And just breathe in and out, just kind of coming into the class and preparing yourself for what's happening tonight. So breathe in through your nose and out through your mouth. One more time. And with your eyes closed, I just want you to drop your right ear to your right shoulder, stretching the left side of your neck and shoulders. And like I told you, I like to just move my head back and forth a little bit, creating a little extra space in your neck. On your next breath in, bring your head back up to center. And then drop your left ear to your left shoulder. Not forcing it, not bringing your shoulder up, just slowly stretching and feeling it come down your neck, down your shoulder. Get nice and open up. Your next breath, bring your head back to center. We're going to go back over to the right. So when we drop our ear to our right shoulder, we're going to take our left hand and bring it down under our chair and grab for the underneath of the seat. When you do that, I want you just to slowly lean away from your left side. So you really feel a stretch down the whole left arm and deep into the shoulder. Bring your right hand up and gently place it on the side of your head and give yourself just a little extra stretch, really feeling it deep. Make sure you're breathing. One more breath. Come back to center. Drop your hand, and we're going to go right into the other side. So left ear, left shoulder. Right hand underneath your chair and slowly lean away. Remember, don't bring your shoulder up. Let your gravity help bring your head to your shoulder. And as we lean away, you should feel it deeper into the arm and the neck. Bring the left arm up and over and grab your right temple and draw your shoulder in. You're breathing. Release and come back to center. So we're going to look over each shoulder. So take your right head, your right head, just the right head, not all of it. Look over your right shoulder. And don't force your body to turn. Keep your body straight and see how far your head can go, looking over the shoulder, trying to look to the wall behind you. Feeling the stretch a little bit further in the shoulder and in the neck. Make sure your spine is nice and tall and your feet are flat on the ground. Take one more breath and come back to center. And then go over to the left side. Nice and tall. Your looking over, looking for, you might find that you can look one way more than the other. One more breath. Come back to center. So we're gonna go up and down. Be very careful when you go back. So drop your head back very carefully. You're gonna feel a constriction in the front of your neck. Right here. Remember I told you I like to kiss the ceiling. It's gonna stretch these ligaments and the muscles right here. So like make a kissy face or a move face to the ceiling. Drop your chin to your chest slowly. Try to pull your shoulders down away from your ears and really feel the weight of the world fall off your shoulders. Bring your head back to center. You can open your eyes. What we're going to do now is I want you to bring your arms up in front of you. We're just going to do a couple stretches with your hands and your wrists, just warming the babies up. Just roll your wrists, stretch out your fingers, up and down. My wrists are cracking, I'm not sure about you. Pop it and crack it already. All right, take your arms out to the side and really try to bring your shoulders so that you're like almost squeezing a walnut a little bit. Take them farther back behind you and bring them out. Love yourself, little self-love. Thanks for showing up. Take your arms out again and cross them the other way and feel the stretch in your shoulders this way now. Arms out, cactus arms. All right. So I want you to bring your arms together, push your hands away from your face, and we're going to pulse our arms up and down 10 times. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let go. Whoo, we should feel that in this area right in here. Warming up a little bit. Take your arms back out. Cactus arms. And back together. We're going to do it again 10 more times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 8, 9, 10. Take them all the way out again. Don't put them down. Straighten them out. So what I want you to do is we're going to twist at the waist. So really feel the stretch, like you're going to reach behind you. Keep your arms straight.
Okay. It doesn't matter. It's just turning it over, right? I don't know which way.
With your arms, go all the way over to the other side. Yeah, Jane's directionally challenged. So she'll be looking at
very
me.
much. Oh,
Stretching from both sets of fingertips. Like stretching and stretching, sitting up nice and tall. Go back to the right. Really stretching our spine, our arms, our shoulders. Sit up nice and tall. And go back to the left one more time. Reach, sit up tall, breathe, and let go. Oh, gee, but that actually my shoulders feel like they got a little bit of workout there. So bring your arms up to your shoulder, your hands. We're just going to do some shoulder circles, warming them up a little bit more. I know some of you sit behind a desk or whatever. You might feel it sitting there on a keyboard. Go the opposite direction. All right, I'm gonna stop. So we're gonna do some cat and cows, cat and dogs, however you want to call it. So feet are flat, hip width apart. When you're gonna take your chest, you're gonna pop your chest, you're gonna push it forward and drop your head back. And breathe in. And then when you breathe out, you're gonna roll your spine, tuck your chin, and like tuck your stomach and push it. Breathe out. Breathe in, pop your chest out, drop your head back. And out. Roll your spine like a cat. Drop your chin. Stretch forward with your arms. Breathe in. And out. One more time, breathe in and out. I don't know about you, but that brought something up in me. So what I want you to do now is we're going to just take ourselves and we're just going to reach down to the right side as far as you can go. Really stretching the left side of your body and take your arm up and over. Bring it close to your ear, feeling that stretch. Sit up slowly and go over to the left side. Go where you feel comfortable. If you can't touch the ground, this is acceptable. You can go as far as your body will allow you. Listen to it. Don't fall off the chair. If I hear a thud, we're going to have a problem. Come up to center. Take your arms all the way up. Sit up really nice and tall, reaching towards the sky. And when I want you to lean forward, but I want you to hinge at the waist. Keep your spine straight and lean over your legs. Bring in your arms. And once you can't go any further, then let your arms drop. Drop your head and stretch your spine just a little bit this way. Take your arms, reach them back behind your back, interlace your fingers, and draw your arms up to the ceiling, getting that stretch in the shoulders this way. Release your arms, bring your hands to your knees, and slowly bring yourself all the way back up. How are you feeling? You feeling warmed up? A little sweaty? I'm feeling a little sweaty now. I'm not cold anymore. So 1, 2, 2, we're going to look and stretch our spine. So bring the left hand to the outside of your right knee. Grab the back of your chair and twist open and look behind you. So as you sit, I want you to make sure you're sitting up nice and tall. And as you breathe in, make sure your spine is straight. And when you exhale, twist just a little bit further. Don't force yourself. Don't push yourself. Just allow your body to warm up a little bit more. Let's see. Take one more breath here and slowly come back to center. We shake it out just a little bit. Take your right hand to the outside of your left knee. Grab the back of the chair and twist open and look over your left shoulder. This is your left side. How about that? You'll find I'm directionally challenged. I have to do this sometimes. Make sure you breathe in, sit nice and tall. Exhale, twist a little further. Maybe feel it in your lower spine. And come back to center. I'm going to do one of Jane's favorites next. I want you to take your legs and spread them out. I want you to come to the end of your seat. So your feet are flat on the ground. Make sure that you're supported because these chairs rock a little bit. Just make sure you don't tip the chairs, okay? So make sure your feet are in the same direction that your knees are pointing, right? And what we're going to do is we're going to sit up nice and tall. And you're just going to lean forward. And you're going to feel a stretch in your groin area, right? Now, if you can go all the way, you can bring your hands to the ground. That's why I put that thing under there for you. Get it? Now, what I'd like you to do is, with support, take your left arm up to the ceiling. So if you're here, you can bring your right arm to your leg. So bring your forearm to your leg and twist open. So if you're here, that's fine. If you're here, that's fine. Feeling a little bit of a stretch in your groin, in your lower back. Take your left hand down. If you're here, bring it to your leg. And twist open. Take your right hand up to the ceiling. Quad. I couldn't think of what the name of it was. The muscle went out of my head for a minute. I'm a little slow tonight. Oh, my back is cracked. All right. Sit up nice and tall. Keep your legs open. What we're going to do is come up onto your tippy toes. And I want you to take your hands on the inside of your knees. Push your legs open. All right, a little bit of a stretch there, right? Maybe something we haven't felt in a while. If your hip flexors are tight, you're gonna feel it really a lot there. Bring your knees down and keep your legs open again. Push. Sit nice and tall. And release your legs. Might shake them out a little bit. So keep your hands on your knees. What we're going to do is we're going to lean forward just a little bit. And you're going to drop your left shoulder into the center and look up over your right shoulder. Come back to center, look down, drop your right shoulder and look up over your left shoulder. Look down. We're going to go back to the left shoulder into the middle. Look up over your right. Look down and drop your right shoulder. Look up over your left. Come back to center and sit all the way up. You can slowly walk your legs in, shake them out. I'm going to do a couple stretches here. I want you to straighten your right leg out. Make sure your toes are pointing up to the ceiling. Left leg is flat, foot is flat on the ground, right? It's a 90-degree angle. And we're just going to point and flex our toes. You can lift it off the ground if that helps you. Bend your knee. And if you can hug it in. Just hug it in and stretch it out. Hey, that was good. And then I want you to open it up and take it out to the right side. So your left leg is going to point forward. Your right leg is going to be out to the side. And I want you, your hips, you're going to feel like you want to go like this. You're going to want to twist your hips. I want you to take your body and make sure you put your hips forward with your left leg. Okay? What I want you to do is when we do that, you might have to use your legs to help really push yourself back into alignment. I want you to lean over your left leg. Trust yourself, don't fall off the chair. Drop your hands to the ground. What you do is interlace your fingers as you're down towards the ground. Bring them up to your ears, and then use your core strength and sit all the way up. We're working on that core a little bit. It's important for our balance. Straighten your right leg out. So your left leg will stay bent at a 90-degree angle. Straighten your right leg so that your foot comes flat to the ground. You're going to slide your right hand down your leg and take your left hand up and over. Feeling the stretch in your lower side and your ribs. If you look down towards your legs, you might feel it a little bit different. Up to the ceiling, you're going to feel it a little bit different. So where does it feel best for you to look? Slowly bring yourself back up. Bend your right leg and bring it back in. We're going to go over to the other side. So we start with our foot, our flexes of our foot. So point and flex our left toes. Out and back. Lift your leg up and squeeze it in. Squeeze, squeeze. And then bring it out to the side so that your legs are perpendicular to each other. And make sure that you twist your body over your right leg. Sit up nice and tall and lean forward over your right leg now. You find you rolling your knee in, like into the inside of your foot, use your hand, your left hand, to really hold your left foot out there. Drop your hands down to the ground and interlace them. Slowly raise them up to beside your ears, and then use your core strength to sit yourself all the way up. Let go. Straighten your left leg so it's out to the side. And then what you're going to do is take your left hand down and take your right hand up and over. You might feel it a little bit different here. One side might feel a little bit worse than the other, a little bit tighter. Like I said, you can look down at the ground or up to the ceiling. If you're looking up, make sure you twist your chest open and really look up to the ceiling. Take one more breath here. And slowly bring yourself up and bring your leg with you. Come back to center. Shake it out. I want you to put that felt in my lower back, right in here. We're going to do one of Jen's favorite things. We're going to stand and sit without looking. Stand and sit without looking. So I want you to make sure your feet are hip width apart. You're going to bend forward and take your arms back like you're flying, right? You're going to really ground down with your feet, like almost grab the ground with your toes and the balls of your feet. And when you do it, you're going to stand all the way back. You're going to stay all the way up and stretch. When you stretch, make sure you can give yourself a little hip wag. And then what we're going to do is when we go to sit down, you're going to bend your knees, go to sit on the chair, and you're not going to look. You're going to trust yourself in your balance and that your chair's there. And you're going to slowly sit and come back down. And we're going to do that a couple times. All right, because we're going to work on standing because it's really important. You know, as we're sitting for a while and standing, it can be hard. Okay, ready? So lean forward, take your arms out like you're flying, and stand all the way up, reaching for the ceiling. Wiggle your hips, stretch them out just a minute. Take one more breath. Bend your knees. Sit your butt. You're going to sit down. Yeah. Do it slowly, and then sit. You do it without looking? You do it without looking? All right, we're going to do it again. Here we go. Take a breath. Stand all the way up. Take it out. Bend the knees. Drop down slowly. You're gonna stop for a second.
Ow.
Go all the way down. Go all the way down. The next one we're gonna do, we're gonna stand, then we're gonna go behind the chair. So come down, arms up like you're flying, ground down and stand all the way up. Take one more stretch, make sure you really stretch it out. And then we're gonna stand. So I want you to turn your chair so that it's in front of you. Is your knee hurting today? Aw. All right, so what I want you to do is make sure that your chair is in front of you so that you can have the seat part, right?
Oh, the sheet.
The seat part in front of you, like me.
I'm challenged all the way around.
Take your arms up into the air. And all you're gonna do is bend forward at the waist. And you're going to bring your hands to the chair. Now keep your ears beside your arms. And really feel the stretch in your back. Now you can move your legs back if you feel like you're too close. Really feel the stretch. Now what I want you to do is just to bend one leg at a time, coming up onto your toes and paddling out your legs. Just really feeling the stretch in your quads, in your hamstrings, and your calves. Take one more breath here. Bend both of your knees, come up to your tippy toes, and then slowly bring yourself back up. All right, so what we're gonna do, I want you to step your left foot forward and turn your right foot out at a 45-degree angle, okay? And all you're gonna do is you're gonna take your arms out to the side. I want you to keep your legs straight, okay? You're gonna lean forward as far as you can, like you're reaching. So you're gonna take your at your waist and you're just gonna reach forward. And when you can't go any further, you're gonna bring your hand to the chair and take your other arm up and you're gonna look up. Now the idea is you want to keep your hips turned to the side so that you're feeling the stretch and the twist in your hips. Your legs are straight. Now, if you want to work on your balance, take your hand off the chair and grab your shin or your ankle. If you trust yourself enough, now what I want you to do is look down to the ground and slowly bring yourself back up. Walk your back foot up just as like another foot or so. Turn your hips to the chair. All right? Take your left hand to your hip, take your right hand up. What you're gonna do is you're gonna reach forward and bring this hand now to the chair and twist your body a little bit. Now you can take your other arm up to the ceiling. Again, to work on the balance, you can take your hands to your leg. There you go. It's a little bit harder than you think. You want to shake a little bit. Here, I know I want to sway a little bit. Bring your hand back to the chair, look down, and bring yourself all the way back up. Okay, step your leg back, shake it out. We're gonna do the other side. Take your right foot up, left leg at a 45-degree angle. Take your arms out, reach forward all the way, and then hinge down. Touch the chair or your leg, and take your left hand up to the ceiling and twist open. Make sure not to collapse your hips. Don't try to bring your left hip in. Try to keep your left hip as high to the sky as you can. Look down to the ground and slowly bring yourself back up. Perfect. Walk your back foot in forward a little bit. Get a little balance. Bring your right hand to your waist. Take your left arm up. You're going to reach forward and then down. And take your right hand up to the ceiling. Again, you can bring your hand to your leg if you want. Just don't fall, because that's where I feel like I'm going. Look down to the seat and slowly bring yourself back up. And like back. All right, so turn your chair around. Some things that are good for balance are heel raises and calf raises, right? So we're going to go up onto our tippy toes. And down. Up onto our tippy toes. Down. Up onto our tippy toes. Let go of the chair. Bring your arms out. Oh, it's balanced. Just bring one, then just bring one arm out.
Okay.
Keep up on your tippy toes. And feel it. And come down. And up. And down. Now we're going to go up, bring our toes up. So come back onto your heels. All right, so bring your toes up as far as you can and bring them down. Come up onto your heels, bring your toes up and come down. Now do it without holding onto the chair. Okay, balance. So you can just do it with one hand and come back down with one hand. And down. So what I want you to do now is we're going to go tippy toes, lift one foot up. You don't have to get up as high as me, just pick it up off the floor. Okay, and then come down. Tippy toes, lift your right foot up and down to the ground. Tippy toes, right foot up, let go of the chair. And down. If you fall out, it's completely fine. We're working on the balance. That's why we're doing these. Tippy toes, right toes up. Let go of the chair. And come down. All right, so we're going to do, just to give our calf a little bit of a break, come on your heels. Lift your left foot up. Bring it down. Heels, left foot up. And bring it down. Heels, left foot up. And can you do it without holding on? No. No. Now we're going to do the heel toes and we're going to lift the left foot this time. So come onto your tippy toes, lift the left foot this time. Hold on to the chair. Come down. Tippy toes, left foot. Go. Nope. Come down. Last, we're going to do this next one. Tippy toes, lift your left foot. Oh, let go of the chair. Oh. I don't, the noises help. I'm not gonna lie. Maybe bring them out to the side. Oh, I'm like a scarecrow. And come down. So we're going to do it with the other, our heels now. So heels, lift the right foot this time. And come down. Heels, the right one. Come down. Heels, the right one, and try to let go. Just go to where you fall. That's pretty much what our life is right now. So I'm gonna try tippy toes one more time. And I want you to let go and trust yourself. See how long you can go before you fall. Oh. I'm not as sturdy as everybody thinks I am. Hey, trees blow in the wind. I'm like a big tree, right? All right, turn your chairs again. We're We're gonna do a really nice one. This one you might want to use, Jen, your step stool in this one. Just don't hit your glasses. Okay. Leg up. Right leg. That's why I put the chair there too. You can hold on to the chair then, okay? You're gonna lean forward and grab the arms of the chair. That's why I gave you arms tonight. Got it, Jane?
Yeah.
Okay, so if you can't do it with this, Jane, do it with your knee. Okay?
Wow.
Because it's still going to do a little bit of a balance, okay? Because it's working on that legs, okay? So what I want you to do is lean forward. If you can get your leg up there.
Ah, sucker.
Lean forward, and I want you to stretch that back muscle in the back of your leg, your hamstring, your calf muscle, really feel that stretch. Now what you can do, Jane, you bring your knee up to the chair.
Yeah.
You're here, step this back a little bit, the other leg. Yeah. That'll work on your balance a little bit more that way, okay? I know it doesn't feel like it, but it's doing the balance, okay? You can even, Jane, if you want to, let go of the chair and work on your balance that way. We might even all try that here in a minute. So take your knee onto the chair. I like this one, it feels good. Jane inspired me. Jane inspired me.
Unfortunately, my knees don't do that. Damn, I wish I could get my leg up.
So just bend your knee and then take your left foot and step it back so that it's kind of at a little bit of an angle, right? Take your hands from the arms to the back of the chair. And when you're there and you trust yourself, bring your hands to your heart center. You might wobble a little bit. Oh, I'm wobbly. If you want to, just bring one hand to your center. And you can still do it this way. Well, we'll go to the other side.
Yeah, I'll work on the other side.
All right, so take your leg down, shake it out. We're gonna stretch the back really quick and then we'll stretch the front like we just did. So bring your left leg up to the chair. Lean forward, stretch the
It's so easy to get my leg up there.
quad and the hamstring. Do you think, is that chair too high maybe for you?
But I'm too
Stretch
short. No.
Stretch your hamstring, lean forward on the chair.
They're the
Same height.
That's, you know, but I doubt it. I just, that's, we'll just stretch out the next.
So feel the stretch in the back of your hamstring and your quad and your calf muscle. That's a little bit better, Dean.
I can go this way.
That's perfect. Just to feel the stretch a little bit. One more breath. Really feel it. All right, bring your knee to the chair and step your right leg back just a little bit. Yeah. So when you're here, bring your hands to the back of the chair and then try to let go of the chair. I can do this one a lot better than the other side. My other side is really wobbly. Oh, it is if you move it back far enough, you're still wobbly. Nope. So we're working on balance. Sometimes it's just about falling out and building that strength. Release and come out. So you don't want to be on our knee too long. Guess what? Turn the chair again. It's like musical chairs. So this one, you can just turn your body, right? So we're gonna do tree pose, okay? So you can do kickstand, where you just bring your toes up and it's at your ankle, right? You can bring it up to your calf muscle below your knee, or you can bring it up to the inside of your thigh. Wherever you feel that you can do your tree pose, just don't put it on your knee. All right, so you can stay here or let go of the chair and really work on your balance here. because you're on one leg. You're like a beautiful flamingo. Right? We're like beautiful flamingos.
Just don't wiggle that tail.
Remember, it's okay to sway a little bit. So once you're here and you feel comfortable, close your eyes. Let go of the chair. If you fall out of your tree, it's fine. But the idea is you're really working on your balance and trusting yourself. As we have a strong support, so our quad and our calf muscles are strong and tight, it supports us all the way up through. When we close our eyes, we should be able to stand there. I'm swaying like a tree in the wind. All right, let go, and you can come out. Shake your leg out. And we're going to do the other side. You can just turn. You don't have to turn your chairs. Just turn your bodies. We're going to do the other side. So kickstand, calf muscle, or come all the way up to your quad, your thigh. Find that strength in your straight leg. Support. Take your arms out, let go of the chair, sway a little bit in the wind. And when you trust yourself, close your eyes. If you fall out, just come right back into it. Now, something that I'm still working on myself is to look up all the way and then close your eyes. Hold, that's a trick. Try it just once and let go of the chair. Sway like crazy. Yeah. Feel the strength, really work on your balance. One more breath. Let go. We're going to come back down to our seats. But we're not just going to sit. We're going to do just sitting. Where we're going to stand up nice and tall. Feet are hip width apart. Take a nice breath. And then you're going to sit slowly. Bend your knees. Don't look. Don't look. Bend your knees. Can you stop for a minute before you sit? And then sit all the way down. All the way down. Good job. So we're just going to reground ourselves, make sure that we're here. So feet are hip width apart. Close your eyes. Take a couple deep breaths in and out of your nose. Just coming back to your seat. Roll your shoulders away from your ears. Take them down to all that stress is out of you, rolling off your shoulders. Nice and tall. And open your eyes. Come back to reality and a beautiful face and voice. So we're going to take our legs and we're going to do a little bit of hip stretching, okay? That's your thing too. So we're going to take our legs and we're going to put our leg on top of our knee, on our ankle on top of our knee. How about that? That's what it's called, okay? So if you can go here, that's great. If you want to go just here, that's great too. All right. So what I want you to do is sit up nice and tall. And you should feel a little bit of a stretch in your hip while you're here, right? Especially if your hips are square. So when you sit up nice and tall, hinge forward over your leg, and you should start to feel a stretch in your hip flexor, in your hip, maybe in your groin. And the idea is you're going to want to try and bring your arms in front of your leg. One day your forehead will touch your shin. And then you'll call 911. This is a figure 4. This is really, really good if you've been standing for a while and your lower back hurts or your hips hurt. This will really open it up so that you can actually get a really good stretch in that area. I find that my hip flexors are generally pretty tight, so these really help me. So when you get into the pose, you just want to hold it. The longer you hold it, the better it's going to feel, the more it's going to release. So I want you to scan your body and feel anywhere that you're holding on to something that you shouldn't. Clenching of your jaw, of your hands, of your feet, of your butt cheeks, anywhere. Anywhere you're clenching. And I want you just to release it so that you can feel and breathe deeper into that hip flexor. Now, if you can't put your arms over things, you can always keep your hands on your feet and on your knee and bend forward. You're going to get the same stretch. Just breathe. See how far you can go. If you stop somewhere, see if gravity will allow you to go a little bit further down. Maybe you'll feel the stretch a little bit deeper. If your toes are pointing back, try to push them forward so that they're in line with your other toes, kind of flexed. Keep them active. I want you to take just a couple more breaths here. Nice deep breaths in and out. On your next breath in, I want you to slowly sit yourself back up. Don't be lightheaded. If you are, it's okay. I'm a little dizzy. And I want you to release your leg carefully. Maybe shake it out. We're going to go over to the other side. Bring your leg up. This is my bad knee. My bad one. This one's going to be up like a chicken wing instead of down. If you need to keep your leg straight, you can do that as well, if it works better for your knee. Sit up nice and tall. And then hinge forward at your waist until you can't hinge anymore. And then lean over your leg and really start to feel the stretch now in this hip flexor. Just like the other side, scan your body. Where are you holding on to things you don't need to? Let it go. Allow yourself to stretch a little bit deeper. Use gravity to your advantage. Can you go a little bit further into the pose, pushing forward? Can you get that forehead to your shin? Get over. Oh. Did it. Take a couple more deep breaths here. On your next breath in, slowly push yourself back up and release your leg. Shake it out. What we're going to do is we're going to reach back, grab the back of the chair. So you can either grab for the seat or ours have these little metal spots. Push. I want you to squeeze your shoulder blades together, pop your chest out and drop your head and lean forward. Really try to get a stretch, a back bend. Breathe in, breathing, breathe in. Breathe in and out through your nose. Release, come back to center. I'm going to do it again. Drop your head, pop your chest. Release and come back to center. So we're going to do a twist again on our back. So you can either do a regular way where you can bring your left hand to your right leg, and we're going to twist open this way. Or you can cross your leg over if you want to go a little bit deeper. So you can go here like we were. You can go here, you can go here, or you can go normal, okay? So when you're here, sit up nice and tall. Bring your left hand to the outside of your right knee and twist open. Now you should be able to go maybe a little bit further that you noticed than you did before. Nice and tall, sit up straight. And on your exhales, go a little bit further. Come back to center. And we're just going to do a counter stretch where we're going to go to the other side. So bring your right hand to your leg and just slowly twist open the other way. So I'm going to use the chair kind of as my counterbalance to really give myself a little extra push. Release your leg. We're going to cross the other leg over this time. The left leg over, right hand to the outside of the left knee. Twist the left. You have to switch your knees.
Yeah, it's like.
And twist open, look behind you, and look for the backward part of the room. Make sure you're sitting up nice and tall, breathing in. And as you exhale, twist a little bit further. Release, and we're going to do a counter stretch. Bring your left hand on top of your leg and twist open the opposite direction just slightly, giving yourself a little counter stretch. You're all messed up tonight, James.
I don't know my left from my right. Whatever.
Hey, as long as you're stretching.
I'm twisting. I'm twisting the different way that I did before, so.
All right, release. Come back to center. And all you're going to do now is you're just going to lean forward on your chair. Bring your butt to the very end. You're going to lean all the way back and stretch your legs forward. I'm going to put on a nice little calming song for us. And we're just going to relax for this last couple moments. You have done a really great job.
That's called slouching. My mother would have said.
So you guys have done a really good job. We did some balancing stuff tonight, just a little bit, working on calf raises and coming onto our toes. We did some balancing with our legs. We did some stretches, stretching our hips. Just close your eyes for a couple minutes. Just come back into a balance. Just appreciate yourself for being here tonight. For just showing up for yourself. Just breathe in and out your nose, allowing your body to relax. Maybe feeling what your body feels differently than it did when you first came. Does it feel stretched? Does it feel warmed up? Does it feel like you have another area where you could really work on something? Listen to your body. It's what it's all about. Where you are today is perfect. Your eyes closed. Slowly just start maybe wiggling your toes and your fingers, coming back into the room you're in, knowing where you're at. If your legs are out straight, walk them back so they're flat on the ground and they're supporting you. And use yourself and your core strength to bring yourself back up. And just slowly open your eyes, come back to yourself. All I have for you today, ladies. Thank you so much. I hope you enjoyed it. So I will see you, namaste, in a couple weeks. Thanks, Susan. I'm going to stop recording.